Lip! How's it going, Lip? How are you today? Everybody, whoa, whoa. Whoa, microphone. Whoa, what are you doing? Microphone? You okay, buddy? The pop filter has decided to go have a mind of its own. It's somewhat there. Hello! Welcome to the stream. I am Bogus Meat Factory. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. What? H.C. Willard. Hello. How are you today, good sir? I hope you're doing okay. Ahoy, indeed. You know, Willard, it's good to see you. You're new. Not new. I know you, H.C. Willard, but you're a new follower of the stream, and you are bearing witness to the virtual bedroom. It is my home away from home. It is my refuge of sorts. This is a crazy place that I've decorated in my own design. And we're going to play some Quest for Glory 4 tonight. We beat Mega Man Legends 2 last stream. We got ourselves a whopping victory in grandiose fashion. It was a grand old time. But we're playing Quest for Glory 4 in ye old virtual bedroom. As you can see, we've got our Space Quest 3 sheets going on right now. Yeah, this is the place to be. Space Quest bed sheets, yeah. Look at the pillow. Look at the pillow. That's a good pillow. That's a good pillow. I need to change up the decorations to be the full. That's Space Quest 4, but the bar from Space Quest 1. Yes, I need to change it to my Sierra Adventure room for playing adventure games. You know, we're playing Quest for Glory 4, so we need to get our Sierra stuff on. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm gonna fire up this bad boy. Okay, there we go. Lined up nice and fancy. Oh, snap. Before we even do that, hold on. I need to turn you off. I've created some technical difficulties. I forgot something very important. While I'm talking to you, I'm going to vamp. We are going into Quest for Glory 3, and we're going into our hero save. Which one is it? Glory 3 save. Copy. 1 second. Glory 4 save. Paste. There. Now we're starting it up. Let's see if this worked. It gives you so much happiness. It gives me so much happiness too. It's beautiful. Let's see if it does this. We might need to restart the game. We'll see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. This may be my favorite of the Quest for Glory games. It's a toss-up between this and Quest for Glory 2, but I think this one takes the cake. There's a gap in my two front teeth. Yes. Yes! Fellow gappers. Wait, that sounds inappropriate. Importing our character. I would like to import my character. Hold on. Cancel? Yes, let me cancel. Okay, we're gonna need to... Prestigious, how's it going? We need to reset things, because apparently... 1 fraction of a second. Because... we have to do something special. I totally did not prepare today. We got a fraction of a second. We're gonna do some more vamping. Fingers crossed. Alright, blink. How are you doing tonight, Prestigious Cow? I hope you're doing well. Willard, I'm guessing you love Quest for Glory, right? What's your favorite Sierra game? I want to know. As we continue this vamping process, as I continue to fix my ineptness of this evening. It's been a difficult day, to say the least. An emotional roller coaster. Hardcore Space Quest. What's your favorite one? Mine is Space Quest 4. And it's 3 is close. Space Quest 3 was my Space Quest 3 was my white whale for the longest time as a kid, because I had an Apple II GS, right? And Space Quest 3 wasn't Yeah, see, I'm reversed. It's 4, then 3 for me. Space Quest 3 was not available on the Apple II. It was only on IBM PC at the time. Really? Wow, I didn't for the longest time. I think that the first game I paid for with my own money. Whoa.
Please insert your saved character disc from any of the
first
Quest for Glory
game
games
I ever
into the
paid
disc
with my own money.
so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
Okay, story time for just a fraction of a second. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So I would have been a teen at the time, and the first one that I paid with my own money was a game on PC, and it was Wheel of Time, and it didn't work, and they wouldn't return the game, even though we'd bought it like 10-15 minutes, previously. My brother lived next to the mall, and we got them to change it for credit so I could get something else, and I picked Uru Ages Beyond Myth, or Uru Complete Collection, on a whim, not knowing what it was. And then everything changed. Everything changed. Holy smokes. I was not expecting that.
Successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
I was not expecting that wild... The game sounds pretty loud. Okay. Turning it down. Oh, it's really loud. It's so loud. Why are you so loud, game? Music volume. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. So we're a thief. Oops. We have a thief. His name is Wretch. He's been with us this entire time. There we go. Let me know how the narrator sound is. We might do some volume changing in-game and out-of-game to get everything leveled out so that we can at least hear the beautiful voice narration. Just the intro music is so loud. Alright. So we are upping some things, but we're going to be upping this stuff primarily, because this stuff, easy to up. We don't need to worry so much about that. It's not loud, it's epic! Hey, old hamster, it's good to see you. How are you today? We're going to be upping our throwing a lot, because that's a thing I don't... And acrobatics. The other things are easy to grind. Clayman says, I never got to finish this game due to the glitch. I hope, Clayman, that we don't come across any, but I will let you all know that this is one glitchy AF game.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions.
We'll fix it.
Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
Okay, so where we left off in the last game. So let's take... Okay, so volume is off. Great. Alright. Dialogue is not is tied to itself there, so like if you want loud music and loud narration is like your options. So where we last left off, we were in the kingdom of Tarna, helping create peace between these 2 warring factions. Found out that a demon was working to create this political disruption, causing this war to happen, and with the deaths to feed this demon to come into the mortal plane. And you stopped it. But in the moment of victory and revelation with your friends around you, you become like possessed and you're freaking out and you disappear. And this is where you wake up. Yeah, little glitches like sprites don't move fast, or game crashes. Game crashes so much, Clayman, so much. And so you had to so we had disappeared, and we wake up in this place.
You are in a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls.
The narration.
Strange, irregular outcroppings of stone rose from the ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seemed to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls.
Okay.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals.
Can you hear him okay? Hopefully I'm not being overwhelmed.
Find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body. A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock, which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks.
Good for the time being. Thank you, Lip. So we got this. Flint. Yep. Awesome. And let's see.
The desiccated corpse is half buried in the rock of the cave floor.
Can we search it? Now this one may be my favorite.
Search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped on them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck.
Sigh! So, this is one that I genuinely have played a bunch, but it's been a long time since I played it. Because I would always play these games in sequential order, I'd burn out by this point.
Sparks off the flint using your dagger. Torch soon begins to burn, almost as if by magic.
So we're almost running this blind.
You take the torch. It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway beyond.
We need to get some feral in here to enjoy this gigantic poop hole that is this doorway. How's it going, Si? I hope you're doing well. Ale Hamster, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Opening sphincters. I'm like that where I had the first thing memorized, then I go, oh, what's next?
Chamber.
That's right.
Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
It's true. We're in the heart chamber.
Those scratches on the cave floor look deliberate. They must be a thief mark.
So many buttholes. The narration is by John Rice
The
Davies.
stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
Feral. Let's see. Oh, we can go down this way. This is the exit. Hold on, there's some bodies.
You're in the heart of the...
Okay, we're fine. Feral. But you can't abuse that situation, right? You summon feral unwittingly. You may go into jail. You don't want to do that.
A heavy rope bridge spans the deep chasm. You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
Wait, yeah, I have a phony TV. Ale Hamster, you never seen? Wait, you've seen. I have a phony as well. This is my second one. I have the Panasonic and I got the phony. That's my 2. I was like, of course you've seen it. You were watching the other one. Alright, we're walking the tightrope.
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
You just barely made it across the pit.
That happens. Take the rope.
A rope might be useful, but it's firmly attached on both ends. You think about cutting it loose, then decide that you may have to come back this way again.
Yeah, so that happens. Like, you can't avoid it. It just sucks the stamina right out of you, and you can't do anything about it. We are going to also sneak and turn up the speed because, guess what? It doesn't affect the game time, but it affects your movement.
You slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws.
Whew.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before.
Ooh.
Who are you?
How did you get here?
Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck.
What are you doing around
By
here?
the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime.
AKA Femship.
Farewell.
Yeah, what are you doing? Just kind of hanging out in front of the maw of a gigantic creaky
The
beast.
cave mouth looks like the jaws of some horrid creature, waiting to chew up and swallow anyone who should be so foolish as to try to enter the cave. This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it.
Ooh. Yeah, we're picking that up.
The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
We gotta do something super important we have not done yet. We need to save. It doesn't autosave as well. Not necessary. Out of the mouth of madness. With one S. Climb the tree. Practice your archery. Hey, Ran. I don't want to hear from you, my friend. Save early, save often. So we now go. I'm going to actually put the speed down just a tad bit. I want to see our person move.
The path is dripping with slimy...
Climb F3. Climb F3.
Having a hard time
It,
maintaining your
spacebar.
footing.
Spacebar, Clayman. Come on. F3? No, just spacebar. That's one phallic rock.
This tall standing stone has been carved, so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it.
Interesting. I don't see it. I think it's just you. How's it going, Ren, by the way? I hope you're doing well.
The heavy odor of decay overwhelms your senses and makes you feel slightly
It's good to see you,
nauseated
Ren.
as you survey this gloomy swamp.
Oh, hands.
The decayed remains.
Oh.
Small hummer. The decayed remains
Veins of a human arm claw at you as if to drag you down its shared doom. It is, as always, an absolute pleasure. So it's nighttime here. Ooh, spooky nighttime. I've always used F3. How dare you? We are now in an unknown land, strangers in a strange place. And we have to find our way. Luckily, I know the way. I remember. Like the back of my hand. So this one is much more like the original Quest for Glory, right? So it's, again, you have the singular small town. It's not this gigantic, mega city that is. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I can't fight the zombie. I don't think I don't have the stamina, baby. I just go down and be okay. I don't have the stamina to fight you today. That is some sweet 90s adventure game music. I feel like, yo, dude, like the later Police Quest games? Oh, yeah. Funky, yet eerie. I don't remember that music. You want me to be very honest? Don't remember that music. Yeah, so this is more akin to the original, right? You don't have the sprawling epicenter, sprawling cities, these big, big winding passages. It's an intimate single town. But now the stakes are raised where you're fighting this, this Cthulhu-like evil. And it's really interesting. So we are now in the town of Mordavia.
Twin towers stand over the town wall, massive silent sentinels over the gate. Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter.
The 90s is the funky yet every time.
You take an ear of the corn and put it away in your pack.
I got corn, baby. Another very phallic-shaped vegetable. What secrets will it behold?
The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine.
See?
You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it.
I'm sneaking, Willard. I'm sneaking. Getting my sneak up.
Pick some flowers and put them away.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers
Come to Mordavia.
I am the
Burgomeister.
It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on.
We're gonna get along with the Burgomeister very well. Greet the
The
Burgomeister.
Burgomeister stares at you suspiciously.
I'm just sneaking, don't worry about me.
You tell the Burgomeister about how you came here.
Do you expect me to believe such a story? That you could walk out of that cave alive? That the cave would be open?
Ben?
Tell me no more lies.
You put your thumb on your nose and wiggle your fingers while rubbing the other hand on your belly.
Idiot! We need no more fools around here. Go away! My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister of this town. Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains.
A valley?
There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you.
Ooh.
This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way. The sooner you leave, the better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles.
You're gonna see this person change over time. All of these characters that you're going to meet in this game have arcs. And it's really interesting.
The Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night. The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you continue with your travels. There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset.
As is
Do not
tradition.
let yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it.
This place represented, also, like, to note, like, all of the games represented, the designers had made them represent cardinal directions and seasons, as well as, like, elements, right? What you had was, like, Quest for Glory 2 takes place in a desert. It represents summer and, fire, as its, like, element. The Quest for Glory 4 is meant to represent, like, fall and the harvest and, like, moving into, the colder months. And it's just really interesting to see how these themes that they were trying to apply. Quest for Glory 3 got mixed up because it was put in artificially into the game because they needed to have a danger or threat that made the ramp up into Quest for Glory 4 seem more natural. So it kind of diffuses this weird cardinal direction season thing that they were going for. But it's really interesting to see these elements take place, and you'll understand why this place is, what it is and why it is.
Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
Because in the first game, you're simply fighting, say brigands and stuff like that. You're fighting. Second game.
This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats.
Cats!
They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
I just got here. And so, yeah, Quest for Glory 1's fighting just brigands, right? And a simple curse. The second one is stopping an evil ritual to bring out an evil god, but you're just stopping the ritual. You aren't fighting that evil god. And then Quest for Glory 3 is actually having to fight these demons, and then Quest for Glory 4 is an even greater evil at that point. And then Quest for Glory 5 is the culmination of all of this for you at the height of your hero career, when you've truly made it. It's really interesting.
You're polite, aren't you? And manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say. We'll see. You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
Alright. We're gonna buy some stuff. Buy. And another one. There we go. Buy an oil flask. Buy a pie pan. Buy a shopping bag. Buy some garlic. 2 things that garlic should do. Buy some candy too. Why not? Buy a hand broom. Why not? We have all we need.
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Now, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic. Of course you'll need garlic.
You'll need garlic.
I've also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rusting. And if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy.
What?
The garlic flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. And a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
Clayman, we gotta fix that. Quest for Glory 3 is, I think, the weakest of the Quest for Glories. But it is not bad. It's just, so like with all of them, there's always something kind of special that you could do per class. The Thief class doesn't have much. So if you're a Thief, Quest for Glory 3 has little to offer in terms of side activities and such. The Magic User is a big one. The Fighter as well has a really big event. And so you are missing something being a Thief. It's sad. But it just, the overworld lacks something to be desired, which of course they change and revert back to the old style here in Quest for Glory 4.
3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love him. Oh, now garlic is a must.
And
The
flavored
storekeeper
food.
looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties.
Ooh, hint, hint. We don't need to ask about the stuff. We're good. Rumors.
Now, what would you like to know about?
I'd like to know everything.
Yeah, Bella's a good woman.
Let's hear it.
She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her
Bella.
only child really aged her. What a tragedy.
Losing her child.
The castle north of town was abandoned for many years. Then, some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it
Liv.
won't be for the good,
It's okay.
I tell you.
It's okay. It's okay. Werewolves.
Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get.
It is.
Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night. You hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here.
Yeah, this is true. Doesn't carry herself in that John Candy way.
That is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it.
Monastery.
Dangerous, and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband and myself had run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he liked it. A well-run shop
Old Aunt
is
Buck.
a busy shop, he always used to say. Not very busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items that might interest.
So she has a late husband. The innkeeper lost a daughter.
Careful, the cats may explode if you touch them. They're perfectly content where they are.
Oh. Yep. Cassie brings up she's single. No big deal. Let's say goodbye.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all.
No stirring up
But
trouble,
enough as
everybody.
it is. If you do find something interesting, you let me know, of course, won't you?
Town gossip. We're getting some, oops, this way. Some
Good
info.
one. Or, as my dear departed Boris used to say, may the winds blow fair at your back.
That's for you, Renaissance. Winds blowing fair. aka farting.
You've entered a small but nicely furnished country.
Love the inn. One of my favorite places in this game.
The floor is covered with sawdust and peanut shells. The barrel contains the few shells that manage to land in it. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance. Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your
Room and board.
Thank you for your payment. The first door at the top of the stairs leads to your room. My wife will serve you supper.
Lots of rolling of the tongues.
You say you are a hero. Well, we will judge you
I can't roll my
by
R's.
your actions rather than your words.
Uy, Dios mío. Tell me what you got here.
Magic is a very dangerous thing. We do not
Ooh,
trust those
Claimant.
who use
Are you gonna do Battle Kid?
used by magic.
For real?
Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
Maybe.
You adopt the traditional thief sign position, wiggling the fingers of your right hand and rubbing your belly with your left hand. No one seems particularly impressed.
First, we gotta talk to these guys over here. These are my favorite guys in the game.
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
Favorite people.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ivan, an elephant herder.
That's not supposed to happen.
Unfortunately,
It is,
there
it
are
is.
no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Guys, is it
That
just
was
me
his
or is
voice.
Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's many places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Rumors. You talking to me? What rumors?
Huh. There are no rumors here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of. The town of Mordavia is a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Well, I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
Yeah, well, anyway, the town is filled with joyful and stinky people.
Yeah, happy, joyful, and stinky people.
Stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't call us particularly joyful. As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well, all right, then Mordavia is filled with people, you know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us around here.
Oh, forget it. Well, at least he stinks.
I love them so much because they riff. So like when they did the voice acting and stuff like this, they let them be like, just, you know, improv it and just be silly. And they do. Like, you can see the text of what they're supposed to say, and that's not even remotely what they say. All right, we gotta talk to this guy. This is the intro section. It's the dull portion of the game. You're getting introduced.
Has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in.
Yeah, but I think this one, the voice acting of this, is both aces and ironically aces. You know, it's amazing. I'm walking like I'm constipated. Drink some pure prune juice. Oh, there we go. Feeling a little better. Gassy.
My wife's name is Bella.
Bella.
We are the owners of this inn. If you climb
For you,
the
Ren.
stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset. Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly.
Dudes and Dudes is not here. Ooh, okay, hold on.
The Burgomeister
about
is
people?
the mayor of the town. You will be wise to listen to what he says and stay out of trouble. There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there.
I got a bunch of stuff. We're good.
The monastery is to the
Monastery.
north of here. It has been abandoned for many, many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you.
Okay.
There are many ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never
He
have
rolls
to
his
leave.
R's a lot.
Never venture into the forest by night.
Never venture in those forests by night. Cool. So we have met everybody. Let's get a meal. Let's talk to Bella. She won't talk to us. She's just gonna give us her food and leave, I think.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for garnish.
Fried beets and sausage. Yummy. Eventually, as you play, you'll get accustomed and get to talk to Bella. But not today. We're just gonna do it. We're walking like
So, you are still around, are you? When are you leaving Mordavia?
I'm telling you, it's John Rice Davies, A-hole hamster. He was Sala in the Indiana Jones movies, and also Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movies. He also played Paladin in Wing Commander 3 and on, and also was in Dune 2, the video game. as the Atreides.
As you enter the
person.
northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work. You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
Hi, Igor. He's a pretty one. I like Igor.
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Town Mordavia, this north part of town. Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there.
Little graveyard humor there.
Igor dig graves in cemetery.
You like him,
put
Lip.
Dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again.
Again.
Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor
Hello.
not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
So many plot points there.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Make the peculiar motions of the thief sign to Igor.
You make fun of Igor or what?
He looks at you. The door is locked.
Door is locked.
It's completely silent beyond the door.
Oh no.
This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. You have a creepy feeling.
You know what that makes it?
is looking
A sextopus. It's I'm sneaking. I'm sneaking. I'm walking like what's his name? Oh my gosh. One of the 3 amigos. Jiminy Glick. What's his name? Maybe watch some Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, Raiders of the Lost Ark, so great.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna? Anna, have you seen
Martin
my
Short.
Anna?
I feel like that's a Martin Short move. Thank you.
I am looking for Anna. Have you seen Anna?
Have you seen Anna, guys? Hashtag have you seen Anna?
You greet.
Good day. Have you seen my Anna?
You put your thumb on your nose and wriggle your... The old man...
Okay. Why the long face? Oh, that's mean. Simple puzzle there.
The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway. You are in a totally weird place. This hallway gives you a strange feeling of
Vujade.
the sense that you've never been anywhere like here before, but maybe will someday. It reminds you of a porthole minus the glass cover, so it's definitely not a glass of port.
No.
It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust. This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. Wonder if that stands for something. Be careful, it might be a trap.
Might be.
You hear something bouncing around behind the door.
A lot of somethings.
How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Whoa!
Oh no, you've been Antwerped.
Been Antwerped.
Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
Antwerps are in the first game.
There is no response to your knock. You don't hear... Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze.
Interesting.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
Okay, let's come in. Okay. Oh no, I need to move this all over one, I think. Okay, so I need... Let's see. That's right. That's not right. There, that's right. Bam!
You've uncovered a keyhole, but you don't have the proper key to open this door.
Okay. So we need to get that right. It's blowing a bubble! Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. If the animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. If the animal is not in the area, you'll just have to catch it yourself, but at least you'll know what to feed it. Are you ready to identify an animal? Yes. Does it move? Yes. Does it have legs? No. Does it bounce? Yes. Is it alive? Yes. It's a snake that swallowed a rubber ball? No. Then you must want a kangaroo? No. No? Oh, I know. It's a frog refugee from a French restaurant. No. Surely you can't be trying to catch a baby Antwerp. Yes. You gotta be kidding. No. Don't say I didn't warn you, but if you really must catch one, baby Antwerps love avocado. Okay. We have avocado in our rations. It's an avocado and garlic sandwich. Strangest adventuring meals you've encountered, so they do last a long time and will keep you from starving to death. You would think an avocado wouldn't last a long time.
You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway. The trap starts working.
As a kid, this always gave me the hardest time. Like,
You've caught an Antwerp.
I didn't know
Simply amazing.
what to do here, and this seemed always impossible. Even something simple like that little bell puzzle, in my brain, I was like, can't do it. Garlic and avocado's a gold combo. I'm not saying it's a bad combo. I'm saying I don't think that would last very long. Like, avocado goes bad fairly quickly. Okay, we're also going to turn the speed down. You'll see why in a minute. Let's just sneak our way there slowly. Open.
This is the Antwerp Maze. Antwerps are naturally
It's really
bouncy,
bouncy.
so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Okay, we can do this. This is easy. We've got this. Ready? Okay, we need to turn the speed down a little more. Speed's going down even more. Open.
This is the...
Okay. There we go. Oops. Okay. I went the wrong way, but that's okay. We can go this way. Oh. It's really hard to get this right. It really is. Oh yeah. Very sneaky here. No, did I get that wrong? I got it. Okay. Imagine this on high speeds. It's not easy. Nope. Got the key. Oops. Now we're getting out. No! Gotta do that all over again. Alright. Oh, focus. There we go. There we go.
Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp
Yes.
to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze.
Uh,
Add the key to your key ring.
No, Ren, an avocado and garlic sandwich. It's just avocado and garlic on a bun. Fried beets would be great.
Great. You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and
Dr.
open the
Cranium!
door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Here we are.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
You're fired.
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in
This is
here.
Dr. Cranium. It's a play on Dr. Brain, which was a series of like edutainment adventure games and puzzle games that Sierra put out. I don't have the fluid, Ren.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific
gotta
discoveries
get the manual
along the
out.
way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
Okay. Talk about magic.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Yeah.
You thumb your nose, rub your belly, and so on.
I was afraid of that. As an outsider here, you have apparently not yet built up an immunity to the Moldavian dancing sickness. We used to have several people in town who exhibited those symptoms, but I have not seen any cases in quite some time.
Okay.
Let us hope
Dr. Brain was
the disease
great.
does not prove fatal
Tomato
in your
soup from
case.
scratch and grilled cheese sandwiches. Dude, Willard, that's the best. That's amazing. That is good times. Tomato soup from scratch. Grilled cheese sandwiches. What kind of bread you using? What kind of cheese you using? This is all important questions. All right, let's talk to you.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Moldavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
Science.
Ah, yes.
Science.
I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock.
Poppycock.
There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and
Tasty.
sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen.
It's a rare
I
instance.
had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
I'm an American cheese kind of guy. Like for grilled cheese, I need to have that gooey processed cheese. I'm weird. I don't eat American cheese with anything else. Anything else. But with a grilled cheese, I'm a simple person. Like, you get yourself white bread, maybe a thick Texas toast. Willard, here's the thing. Cheddar's not meant for melting. It's not a melting cheese. Cheddar is meant cold. You know, you can do a thick shred on it and put it over something like a chili, but it's not meant to be like melted. I don't know, it loses some of that bite. It's like an onion, right? Like having some raw onion on something is super tasty. And same thing with cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese needs to be cold, sharp. It gets all oily. Yes, Ren, exactly. You can put it on a burger if you want to, but you gotta make sure that it's thick and it's not a thin slice. It doesn't melt onto it and to congeal to it. Cheddar is meant to be like a table cheese. You know, it's a cheese that you snack on. You have it with some with some nuts or crackers. Cheese and onion sandwiches. I'm down. Ren, we are cheese friends. We're cheese friends. Come on. You can go with like the pepper jack. Great choice. Pepper jack, super good. That's great. But there's just something about the goo. You need the goo for a grilled cheese. I'm weird. I know it's blasphemy. I don't have American cheese for anything else. Oh, you're breaking my heart. Well, you're gonna have to unfollow Ren too, because he agrees with me. For instance, what you do is you take yourself like a white American. Do a white American for your grilled cheese, right? Go to the deli, you can get it. It's not the super processed stuff. And that's also a good alternative if you want to go a little more high class. Get yourself a white American. It goos very well. It's very smooth, and it's very tasty. I dig it. Because like what you do, I mean, if you want to get crazy, hold on. Let's get crazy for a second. We're talking cheese now. You got me all excited talking about cheese. There's a thing. As a child, go to 3-year-old Bogus. 3-year-old Bogus on the shores of one of the Michigan lakes. I don't know which. I'm from Michigan. I can't tell you which one's which. If you use too much cheddar, I agree that it gets too oily. Shred it up. Doesn't really do that. But that's why I put the pepper jack on there too. I feel you, Ren. Now, what I like to do, Ren, is if I have some like scrambled eggs, I like to top it with a thick cut of the cheddar cheese, but it doesn't melt onto it because it's so thick at that point, and that sharpness goes really, really well with the eggs and like the butter and stuff. Ooh, smoked Gouda. Claiming that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, as a kid, on the shores of one of the great Michigan lakes, I lived in Sandusky, Ohio, with the radioactive coolant tower in the distance, amongst the fields of flat land. We went to this old place, a little place, backwoods, nothing special. It's called Cedar Point, America's roller coast, the world's largest collection of roller coasters in the world. Used to have records for the tallest, fastest, whatever. Now it has like just the most, I think, at this point. But 3-year-old me, terrified to ride any rides, even the little tiny spinny cars that you ride in the kids area. They had a thing. It's called cheese on a stick. And it was a block, cylindrical block of white American cheese, deep fried. And I ate Magnum XL. That's so old, Clayman. I don't like the Magnum. Magnum just goes up and down and up and down and up and down. That's not my bag. But like what they would do is they would deep fry it with this awesome like kind of a corn breading. Super good. And as a kid, I ate Dwarven Dead. I ate 2 of those in one sitting and got horrifically sick. My stomach was in shreds. I was like 3 or 4 at the time. And so my parents told me, because I obsessed over it. As a kid, that was the greatest thing ever. And my parents were like, they don't make that anymore. And I believed them. I didn't just believe them, I believed them. Whoa, Clayman, it's been a while. The Mantis was the new ride at the time. It's no longer the Mantis. They remade it. They repurposed it, changed the cart structure of it, so it's no longer a standing coaster. It's a weird one that you kind of like rest on your knees. It's weird. Anyways, and so I believed them for more than 30 years. And I would see the signs for the Hungry Friar was like the place you went to get the cheese on a stick, because they had a big sign of him eating cheese on a stick. And I was like, you see that there? They don't make that anymore. And I would tell that to everyone. It was the greatest thing ever. And I never went up there to look at the menu. I was so sure. I was positive. 30 years went by. More than 30 years went by. And then I found out they still sell it. They still make it. It is still their signature fried food. And that I had denied myself that by believing those lies. I'm going to make me that. I found a recipe from a guy who used to order the supplies for that. It's like, here's the recipe. This is what you do. I got a deep fryer for Christmas from my mother-in-law for no reason. And I'm like, well, I've got to do it. I must. I will let you know how it goes the time I actually do it. Sorry. He makes potions.
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
Yes.
Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Dwarven Dad is cheese on a stick. Hold on, I gotta get the... Hold on. Potion. Dr. Cranium formulas. One fraction of a second. I gotta pull up the manual. Okay. Alcatraz is pizza, fire, water. This is in the manual. And so he'll give you certain ones that allows him to make the potions.
With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Sorry, he makes potions. Dwarven Dad, it is a block of white American cheese, deep fried in like a cornstarch coating, and it is the most delicious thing you'll ever taste. Alright, sorry, poison cures.
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Alright. Ooh, Quixote. Alright. Water, air, fire, pizza, air. Water. Air. Fire. Ooh. Yeah, it's a cornbread batter. Yeah, pizza and air. Right? Air. Yep.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
But it's more than just that, AC Willard, because like people are like, oh, it's just like a cheese stick, and it's like, oh, it's not a cheese stick. Imagine a corn dog, right? But instead of the dog, it's just melty, gooey cheese, and it is so tasty. So tasty.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
I need to get my specimen on.
Of course.
Let's
I'm always delighted
collect
to
some
assist
specimen.
Scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Oh no! Don't say that, Red.
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the
Sorry,
hypothesis.
did I just gross you all out?
Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese.
Psh,
One
plain
should
cheese.
always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
The sound of the grinding teeth. The teeth. The grinding teeth.
Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives
Dude.
freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life.
I'm gonna barf on street.
Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-rounded
My eyes are
and
watering.
remaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas. A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result.
Yes.
It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, just the...
Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil.
I dig it. This guy's a scientist, a-hole hamster. Yes. He doesn't believe in magic.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work. Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know.
No.
I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not. The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Alright, the fluid.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
That was pizza.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect
cup of tea.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back quite the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh. The one alchemical combination
for you,
that
Ren.
I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a
mission
good
for you.
cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Getting the perfect cup of tea.
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results. I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Okay.
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps,
I feel ya.
but certainly not mad.
Enough already. Alright.
contraption looking nothing quite so much as a giant ray gun points towards the operating table.
It
Now,
also
wait just a
looks...
second. There's no such thing as a ray gun in Mordavia, is there?
It looks a little weirder to me. It's like some kind of enema.
Some sort of complicated scientific experiment is going on here. Could it be a quest for the perfect cup of tea?
This is a new series by Sierra. Quest for the perfect cup of tea.
Dr. Cranium looks considerably more like a demented wizard or mad scientist than a real scientist. Despite his white hair, you suspect that he's no more than middle-aged. He also seems to have developed a significant paunch. Root beer belly, no doubt.
Ooh, a paunch. His fupa is quite distended.
Come back and visit again. Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
Igor, he needs the fluid, Igor. Just get on home. Give it a... and get the fluid.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Yes, dude, I haven't left. I haven't left. I have a question. We got a lot to say now, a lot more.
Nikolai is an old man and easily confused. His wife has been missing for years now.
Oh.
He cannot face the fact that she is gone. Dr. Cranium is an idiot and a madman. If you are wise, you will stay away from him.
Okay.
The Adventurers Guild
Adventurers
is in the north
Guild.
part of town, but it's closed and boarded up. There have been no adventurers here since the road was flooded. By the laws of the land, I must give you the key for the asking. Perhaps it will be of some use.
Got the key for the asking. Okay. Bye. I'm just gonna saunter on out. Yo, Igor. This is Deja. Okay. I can't talk to you about needing the fluid.
Lock the door, using the key the Burgomeister gave you.
Yes. Here we are.
There are a number of books on the shelf, including Hero Magazine's Golden Guild Guide to Mordavia, Flora, Fauna, and Folklore.
Ooh.
Which book do you want to read?
Whoa. We got books to read. Talk Fu.
This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of Talk Fu. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and cook syrup.
That was part of its time. It's not okay.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get? As you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here.
All right.
There are a series of articles about the land of Mordavia. The town originally grew up around Castle
History.
Borgov. The Borgovs were the boyars, or local noblemen, assigned the role of guarding the area from invaders.
Borgovs are the boyars.
The chapter on fauna describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necrotor is a vicious carnivore with big, sharp teeth. Some of the other monsters sound even more horrific. In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known for playing
Important.
practical jokes on travelers and playing riddle games, but which can also be helpful to those it likes. You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them. You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
Don't have the leash sheet, but I do have the Razolka in here. Just saying. Alright, let's see.
Hey, this isn't a lending library. This desk holds the Adventurers Logbook, a quill pen, and an inkwell. This...
I want to read it. Read logbook.
You read in the Adventurer's Log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr,
Claiming?
the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Piotr heard the voice of Irana. By all my will, I banish you too. The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Piotr entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help.
Irana.
Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no later entries.
Huge information there. Super important to remember. Piotr, Cult of the Dark One, banishing them with the help of Irana. Irana has been mentioned innumerable amounts of time throughout this whole series as being the greatest magician ever, wizard ever. And she was in her garden was in the first one. Big character. All right, so Lip has redeemed the fairy biography. We last left off with Hobgoblin, right? Yes, Hobgoblin was kind of dull. Next up, we got the Jinn. The Genie, you know. The Genie are a group of creatures from the mountains of Kaf. They're often described as looking like people, but they have the power of changing into snakes or other animals and sometimes appear in a shape half wolf, half hyena. They may also make themselves invisible. They can do wonderful feats of magic which may benefit or harm mortals. Because they are related to fire, they often appear in a cloud of smoke. Cheese Viking Games, we just started, Cheese. We just got to the town and are talking to people. So don't worry. It is claiming this is so Lovecrafty.
You sign your name into the Adventurers Logbook.
Oh, the fairy boat. Okay.
It's almost become a habit by now. That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Oh, well, then why'd you give me an option?
You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto
That was the Genie. They have it as Jinn.
It's a rare example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay on the wall.
Love it. Okay, so we need to rest. So what makes Quest for Glory so much interesting for those who haven't seen any of the Quest for Glory games is that it's a mix of role-playing and adventure. You have a character sheet with stats and skills, and they go up as you use them and those sorts of things. But like our stamina's super low right now, so we need to rest. So we've got to sleep first.
After some rest, you feel better.
After some rest, you feel better. How's it going, by the way, Cheese Viking? I hope you're doing well, my friend.
After some rest, you feel...
To joke, I need to score points for the fairy bios, but I don't want to ruin Quest for Glory since I bought the Sierra Bundle. Well then, turn it down. Turn it down, walk away, gather some points. Lurk away. This is the 4th in the series, Cheese.
Your legs are too stiff and...
So we are grinding.
After some...
We have experienced the town and all it has to offer. And we're gonna grind.
Your legs are too...
Okay, what time is it? It's getting dark.
After... There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand.
Okay, so that's enough for today. For that, at least.
A large ewer, or maybe it's mere, lies on the table.
Ewer,
Probably
mere.
used to splash water on overheated athletes. It has a crack in the bottom and isn't useful for much of anything anymore.
Okay.
The painting shows a proud-looking adventurer standing on an obviously defeated dragon. It might have had more impact if the dragon wasn't just as obviously winking. The plaque says, "Wish you were here in Silmeria, Dunstan."
Oh.
Portrait of an adventurer long gone hangs on the wall here. A small plaque at the base reads,
Piotr. Paladin. Paladin is a secret class in the game series. So in Quest for Glory 2, if you were acted honorably and committed these very specific tasks and had a high enough honor rating, that's by greeting people, asking permission for things, like, and saying goodbye when you leave. Like, those sorts of things would increase your honor. You would, if you did all those tasks at the end of the game, you would be granted the rank of paladin, and then as your character carried over, you would be a paladin, a 4th class with special events and puzzles dedicated to that class very specifically. This one is a huge paladin centric game. So like, if this one in particular, if you played as a paladin, the story plays out very differently because of that.
There is an empty picture frame above the bookshelf. Either somebody thought the wall itself was a piece of art, or a thief has been at work here.
Oh, interesting. What time is it? Okay, sunset still.
There is a set of coat hooks in one corner. You never knew adventurers were expected to be that neat.
Let's look at these coat hooks.
You need to rotate the hooks into some...
Okay. Oh, snap. Oh, I don't remember what this pattern is. That we just looked at it too.
The floor has deteriorated and looks unsafe in this section.
We saw the pattern in the cave.
A large...
I didn't remember it. Oh, maybe not. Hold on. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe it's up here. I forget.
A large...
We're climbing.
Someone has deliberately scraped these marks into the ceiling.
I don't know what those marks mean. Let's take a look at that again.
Trying...
We're doing our rope grind. Did you hear it on safe floors? Flashes back to Garwin. Ah! No, Lip, don't. Stay with us.
A large...
Let's take this. Snap.
That did...
I feel like it was like... Oh, I got it! What? I got it just by dinking around. I'll take it. I'll take the dink. I'll take the dinkage.
You climb down the ladder into a seedy-looking room.
I'll take the dink.
A massive door blocks off a smaller room in the rear. This isn't as dusty as the Adventurers Guild, and the torches look recently lit.
Interesting.
Your eye is drawn to the Thieves Guild recruiting poster on the back wall. It gives you fond memories of your home guild.
Interesting. We're gonna save. Save early, save often, right, Lip? Breaking in the Thieves Guild. Breaking in the Thieves.
This is a Thieves Guild recruiting poster featuring a sophisticated worldly master thief. In an early excess of 3D poster art techniques, the artist has arranged the poster so that the thief is holding an actual
I will
plastic
claim it,
card.
don't worry.
A legend at the bottom says, "Don't thieve home without it."
Okay, we won't. Haha! Hold on. Before we do all that, I'm gonna climb back up. There is something in this bookshelf. There's stuff on the bookshelf still.
There are a number of... Then there's talk. You see an exercise book. Essential exercise. Build strong legs with the Bigfoot stair stepper.
Yes.
One of the books is a thin pamphlet entitled Famous Castles of Old Ages.
Gotta walk a little bit off so I can see here.
Right. This one talks about climbing skills for upwardly mobile adventurers. It seems to be targeted at fighters and paladins.
Interesting.
Oh, there's one for mages. Creative casting concepts. There are a number of... Then there's... You see an exercise.
There's another one for disarming traps, I thought.
Nice try. But the bookshelf. Which
Books.
book?
I thought there was one on disarming traps.
Trying to be a...
Maybe it's up here. There's one on disarming traps, I thought.
The well-worn oak desk looks as though it could conceal 1,000 secrets. Most of the drawers appear to be fakes. The one real drawer is locked.
Oh, hold on.
This is a thief.
There's a note up here now.
The note suggests that a real card-carrying Thieves Guild member would know how to improvise here. After all, he'd have the right equipment for the job. The poster is firmly attached. Oh, that's a really unthief-like thing to do. Causing wanton damage tends to discourage people from leaving their valuables outfield.
Okay.
The poster is...
Well, let's open this up.
That didn't... You straighten out your...
No.
You're kidding, right?
Desk is locked.
Ah, you found a hidden safe. Good work. It sounds... That didn't do anything. That did...
Need to get tools.
Ah, you found a hidden safe. Good work.
I remember. Okay. These doors. Duh. Hello. Open these doors.
The double doors are locked shut. The lock itself looks sophisticated, but the door has a
Simple one. Using the credit
You
card.
slip the guild membership.
That's what I meant about disarming
Open
traps.
the doors and unlatch the lock. Your guild card.
Don't leave home without it.
There are a number of fascinating books about thief techniques on the bookshelves. Of special interest is the one on disarming traps. It says that with a new Mark II Thieves toolkits and a bit of skill in picking locks, you can locate and disarm almost any mechanical trap. In the section on surviving magical traps, the book suggests taking up religion.
All right.
There is also a book on thief marks that tells you all about this secret language of thieves. You learn a number of new symbols and combinations.
Perfect.
That didn't... You don't see any way to open the safe. It looks as if the knob is missing.
Knob is missing. Filch Safe Co. Okay.
There does seem to be something under this barrel. It does.
Okay.
This is not a good place.
Can I pick
This is-
that? I don't have a lockpick, do I? I do not. Need a knob.
Rummaging around under the floor drain, you find a round
Knob!
knob with a point on one side, which you pick up. Thieves have had to clean up after themselves since a few unfortunate accidents with maintenance personnel.
Perfect. We got the knob we needed. Everything's lining up. It's coming up,
Now
Millhouse.
that you've replaced the safe knob, the Filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, kind of like a walnut. To open the safe, you will need to spell out the combination with alternating right and left turns.
Okay. So we need to spell out the word filch. E-C-D-E-F. F-I-L-C-H.
You quickly rifle the opened safe.
Noodles!
Unfortunately, it looks as though legions of Thieves Guild initiates have been here before you.
Nudes.
All the money is
Ren's
gone.
here. Quick! Fart!
You do find 5 throwing daggers placed here for, well, safekeeping. The only other usable thing in the safe is a single lockpick, half buried in dust in one corner. You grab the lockpick and the dagger.
Nudes, did you ever end up doing EcoQuest? Because I know you said you wanted to do that one because you loved that one as a kid. Very curious to know if you had, if you streamed it recently, because I would need to go back and look at those because I would love to see that. I know you talked about it a bunch. A tiny hello to Teren. Not yet. Oh, it's great. It's a must. At some point. Okay, so this says, look under the barrel. There's also a book in the thing. Got you. Well, we are going to move the barrel.
There does seem to be some...
Okay, hold on. Before we do that. Nudes, have you ever played Quest for Glory? What is your... I know because you're doing right now, Nudes, by the way, super awesome person. Lip, if you can, give a shout out to Nudes. Playing Broken Age right now. I loved that game a lot. It's really, really good. What is your adventure game experience? Because I know you've played EcoQuest and you loved it to death. You're not a stranger to adventure games, obviously. So I need to put this.
Ah, that did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying...
This is the 4th in the series, right, Nude? So this is a combination of
Maybe you should have tried disarming the trap on the desk first. Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves Toolkit.
I should have disarmed it.
All the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps.
Hold on, we're
Also,
gonna load. We're
find-
gonna load, because I don't want to be poisoned. That's a bad idea. Okay, so we're back here, sliding this open,
You s-
reading the thing.
there are
So
a
King's
number of
Quest,
fascinating books
nice.
about thief techniques
Whole
and
series super good. Although,
of special in this there is a
to be honest, I always found that the King's Quest series was kind of hit and miss with some of them. Like I loved King's Quest 3. King's Quest 4 was like one of my first adventure games.
you find a
Period.
round knob,
And
nothing.
oh, Darkseid.
Now that
Nudes.
you replace the safe knob, the Filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, to open the...
Nudes. It's a must at some point, just for the humor side of things, to play Darkseid 2. It is ridiculous. Darkseid 2 is ridiculous. It is absurd. Beyond absurd. And is a delight. F-I-L-C-H.
You quickly write... You do find...
Okay. So now we're going to disarm the trap first. Because I'm not smart. Search for
You
traps.
found a particularly diabolical poison gas trap. Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book on traps, so you are able to disarm it.
Alright.
That did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick.
There we go.
Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves Toolkit. It has all the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps. There is one lockpick missing from the set, so you add yours to it. You also find a fancy match set of 3 throwing daggers to add to your collection. Finally, you find some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh? You take it out and set it on the desk, but it's a little heavy to carry around.
This giant book sitting on this. It has inspired you, Lip. How has it inspired you? Find it in safes. Okay, we're saving. Breaking in the thieves.
You set up the Thieves' Toolkit and try to disarm any traps that may be on the safe.
Finding the perfect cup. Blue. 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 Blue.
You have successfully disarmed
In the manual, it
safe.
tells you how to do that stuff.
You crack the safe using the Mark II toolkit. You take the healing potion, throwing dagger, and 5 crowns someone was foolish enough to leave inside.
Get some money. Disarm the trap. Oops. No!
You set off a spike trap on the safe. Using the Mark
That's
II
fine.
toolkit, you quickly manage to
It's
get
fine.
the safe open. Inside you find 6 crowns, a throwing dagger, and a potion labeled Poison Cure. They seem a fitting reward for your efforts, so you take them.
Perfect. Oops.
This is a drainage grate. Strange that there should be 2 of them almost next to each other.
Oh, interesting.
On close examination, you find some...
These marks. Oh, it's telling you, hey, search here for the, for the knob. Oops, we gotta read this.
You leaf through the Chief Thief's logbook. An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle. The guild members would use the secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder which secret passage that might be.
Maybe.
A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run.
So blue, blue, yellow, green, green,
Not
green,
quite on the same standard
green,
as
red.
a nighttime castle raid.
blue, blue, yellow, green,
One of
green,
the final
green,
entries says,
red, green, red.
Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last. An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast, then the horror, shadows of darkness enfold me, madness and mockery in the dark one's chamber. Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified state.
Remember that. Remember that, chat. Write that down.
You leaf a later entry in different handwriting indicates it says
This one.
bad boys yell,
BBY.
good girls
GGG.
giggle, rich girls run.
RGR.
One of the log you straight. You depress the barrel tap, but nothing comes out. Instead, the barrel slides across the wall to reveal some sort of mechanism.
Interesting.
This is a door unlocking mechanism.
Sakana cow! How's it going, sir?
Push each of the tiles until all 9 tiles have been set to the correct pattern to open the door.
So, blue, bad boys yell, good girls giggle. Rich. Sakana KO!
So, you found my secret passageway. You must excuse me. I'm not quite myself anymore.
Horror!
Oh, don't worry.
I won't hurt you.
It is good to talk to someone again. It has been so very long since anyone has been here. Ah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Welcome to Mordavia. I am the chief thief here. I'm also the only thief here other than you, but that is beside the point.
Terrified. Terrified.
Pleased to meet you. It's so good to
Zacknado.
have someone of my own kind to talk to again.
An impression of an actor / character that I only know because of other impressions of him. At the time, this was like the height, right, of just people impersonating this kind of person. Provide your resume.
Interesting. You have had a good deal of experience. If you study up on trap disarming and thief signs, you will have almost every skill you need to become a master thief. Perhaps even a chief thief like myself.
There's a lot of impersonations in this, Sakanako.
Feeling like an idiot, as you generally do when making the sign, you go through the motions of performing the thief sign to the monster.
Well, of course you're a thief, or you wouldn't be here, idiot! Tuck that elbow in tighter on the belly rub next time.
Tuck it in tighter! Okay, no worries, Sakanako. We just kind of started. This is the thief. We're doing thiefly things. So don't you worry. It's always a pleasure to see you, though. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready.
Yep. Yeah, this is the older ones, so this is no parser, so it's all just provided for you.
This was once a thriving training ground for new thieves. They would come from miles around to learn the trade here.
There you go, Peter
If
Lorre.
only we were not completely cut off from the rest of the world, this would be the greatest thieves guild in the whole world. After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact.
Ooh.
The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves! They should be uncomfortable around me. Soon it was just me and two others. They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now, there's only me and you.
You saw some sort of Kafka video game the other day. Like, that I was playing or someone else was playing? Like, what do you mean? Expound! Extrapolate!
You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can use it to get out of town, but you cannot get back
metamorphosis.
in. The door can't be opened from the outside.
Interesting. What was it like? You have me intrigued.
You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. Take your time disarming them. One mistake can be your last.
It turned into a bug.
We are not exactly set up right now to fence stolen items. There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what. You go out and steal something from someone in town and come back and tell me about it. If it sounds like you know your basic thief skills, I will let you know where the really good places are. Do you like it? I'm afraid it is not very becoming. And to think I once despised cockroaches.
I'll have to look it up. Sakanako. I thought maybe the Kafka-esque game would be something like Everything, if you've ever played Everything. It's a game about everything. becoming a variety of creatures and exploring the world in a very abstract way, looking at it through different perspectives.
It would be too dangerous for you to help me. If I,
Nice.
a master
I have to
thief
play
and
it still.
chief of a major guild, dare not go back to the monastery, you would be wise not to even think of such a thing.
Monastery. I have Mountain as well. Mountain is more, is more kind of the interactive desktop application than everything is. Everything is a little more interactive. But I dig the Mountain. There was this thing, Sakanako, I don't know if you ever saw this. This was really interesting. Speaking of Mountain, there was a thing that was done a few years back. It was these mountains that would talk, but they would read tweets that were sent to them, and they'd have these conversations back and forth of the tweets that are tweeted at them. They're just these giant mountains, and you look at the web browser and you just watch as they would just speak almost nonsense. And there's this little town below, and like these dramatic camera angles would be sweeping, and like there was a thing that just very much reminded me of Mountain. That was just these crazy two talking mountains that were reading what people said. And there'd be those people that would want to say like really, crude, memey things, and then there'd be those people that were like trying to expound some greater knowledge and philosophy and such. And it was just really fascinating to listen to these two talking mountains, and they sounded great. They didn't sound very robotic or stilted in that way. It was really interesting. I loved it to death. I would just sit there and listen for hours way back in the day. This would have been years and years ago. All right, H.C. Willard, have fun. It was a pleasure to have you. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for the follow and everything. Hope to see you again. I'll be back. Mountains of Mouthness. Thank you. Yes, Sakanako. I don't know if they're still around. I don't think they are. I think it was like a one-time thing. But AC Willard, I'll be playing this again on Wednesday night if you are interested in seeing. It was a pleasure to have you. Have a good night, man. Yeah, so I was around during that time, Sakanako. It was wild. It was wild to listen to. It was a strange experiment. Both a psychological and social experiment, but also a technological one, too, that was really interesting. Anyways, sorry.
I made a terrible mistake and broke into the monastery one night. It had been abandoned for years, and I thought maybe something had been left behind there. I discovered a secret passage to the basement. That place gave me the creeps. I felt like something was watching me all the time.
All the time.
When I got to the basement, I discovered a small statue I could easily take. When I tried to pick it up, I felt very, very dizzy. When I awoke from my faint, I looked like this. You can imagine my horror.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think it's fun to have 6 legs and no matching socks?
Just buy me
Do
the
you
big
think
back.
I enjoy running around frantically and stopping suddenly for no apparent reason? Do you think it's fun to look in the mirror and wish you had a giant fly swatter so you could commit suicide? Is that your idea of fun?
Yes.
You idiot! You! Forgive me, I'm just not myself lately.
Apparently.
My name? Oh, you can call me Chief. No point in being informal here just because no one else is around. This was once a very prosperous town before the swamp cut off the only passages in or out of here.
Oh, man.
That is a very dangerous place. Do not even think of trying to break into it through the door. The last thief who tried that did not even get the door open. We found his toolkit lying beside the door, but we never found him.
Never found him.
You will need to be careful around him. He takes his job most seriously. I once offered him a bribe, just as an offer of goodwill, and the man practically bit my head off. Phew, what a sore head.
You would have been alive still. You're a cockroach. It's cool.
A strange man, a very strange man. No thief ever managed to break into his house unnoticed or steal anything from there. If you ever plan to stay at the inn or even just eat there, I would not recommend stealing from that place. The people there are suspicious of strangers anyway and would know who to blame. Do you mean Nikolai? Yes, his would be an easy house from which to gain money. Be wary, though.
Really?
The Burgomeister's bedroom is beside the house, and Dmitri watches out and listens for the old man. That shop is very securely locked up at night. The only way to get into it would be to very literally break in the window, and that would attract unwanted attention. Do not try it unless you want to get caught.
So let's just steal from a poor, disheveled old man. Say goodbye.
Must you go so soon? We were just getting to know one another.
As a kid, I'm not going to lie. Like, when I said goodbye and he's like, must you go so soon? Like, we were just getting to know each other. I would leave my person there and, like, go to the bathroom or get, like, a drink or something just so that he wouldn't be alone. For a minute. Just a little longer. I stayed for a little longer for him. So this is day 1 in our adventure. Knock on door. Come on.
You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
This one is an autosave clip.
The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
I know I'm not. I'll save. Don't worry, Lip. We're okay. Not gonna die mysteriously here.
Dinner tonight is garlic stew with vegetables.
Garlic stew with vegetables. That's tasty.
That didn't...
Oops.
Now the table's helping to keep you off the floor as well.
What? Sorry.
You know, we don't get many strangers here, now that the pass outside's been cut off.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kind of...
Yeah, that's why we made the sign that says strangers are unwelcome and unwanted.
Right. And in our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
Strangers bring trouble.
They do.
Actually, the last stranger brought a jester's hat and a staff, but I still don't trust him.
Anything else you want to know?
Stranger. Oh, look, we all need more garlic in our life.
You know, there's another stranger in town besides you.
Ooh. Tell me
Let
more.
me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange. The dude ain't even human.
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day, or who he's trying to meet, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, and he tells jokes. At least I think he does.
Maybe.
Yeah, he says he's a real jester.
He dresses like Sonny Bono.
And he acts like a gnome.
He is a gnome, Einstein.
Is a no.
The town of Mordavia is a very safe place to be, gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, you got nothing to fear within the walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Just a weird gnome.
As long as
Yes.
you don't even think of getting near the old monastery, you're gonna be okay.
Did I, mention the monastery door?
Oh, don't go near that either.
Oh, yeah, right. The monastery door. Look, as long as you don't go near the monastery door.
In fact, nowhere near the monastery. Don't even think about it.
You'll be perfectly safe in the town of Mordow.
Hey, look. There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, we're okay. We've been tested.
Well, to tell you the truth, I do feel a cold sore coming on.
Hey, Mordavian nights are dangerous.
Oh, he's right, you know. Nobody goes out at night, except my girlfriend, but she's working.
You gotta spice them up
Her and a few
sometimes.
ghosts, and revenants, a wraith, and vampire or two.
Hold it, put it in park. There are no vampires in Mordavia.
Put it in park.
Vampires in Moldavia. Whoever heard of such nonsense?
I hate to burst your bubble, but my Uncle Fred was bitten by a vampire once.
Your Uncle Fred's alive and well and retired till Silmaria. Hello?
Yeah, I know him. He sends you a postcard every harvest time saying, "Where's my $20?"
Well, he had a miraculous recovery.
I love these guys so much. Wish you were here. Where's my $20? I love him too much.
My wife prepares and serves 2 hearty meals a day.
Oh yeah, that
They
townspeople.
come in here in the evening to talk, to drink, and relax. Garlic is our national vegetable. We all love garlic around here, don't we, my friends? Of course. Hey, everyone loves garlic.
Hey.
Yeah, it's stinky. It's our country's flower.
I don't care much for garlic.
I don't remember asking. My wife keeps the kitchen, and I keep the inn. Together, we make the Hotel Mordavia the best place to stay in all this valley. I am Vel.
I am Vel. Okay. I'm just gonna go to my room, guys. Good night.
There is no response.
Oh, that's not. The first door on the right.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Garlic.
Garlic braids festoon the room, adding that certain special ambiance of Gilroy in the spring to the room.
Gilroy in the spring.
This large chest is a good place to store equipment you don't need to carry around with you.
We'll carry it, it's fine.
The candle provides a supplementary light source to economize on lamp oil. The window opens out onto the back of the inn.
Oh. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
You hear move.
Oh, hi guys. I'm back. You remember me. I just went up to my room. Nothing to see. Goodbye. Whoops.
You unlock.
I just wanted to open the window, get some fresh air. Until morning.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
We can get some training done early on our little Stairmaster, and then we are going to do some exploration of the area, the surrounding areas. We're getting some action done. It's not going to be too much. Still early. The events are not really unfurling yet in the world.
It's a typical country breakfast.
Fried beets and garlic sauce.
Still you remain. It is a
I didn't do much, dude. We're good. So let's see. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory now. Okay, we're gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna get a couple stuff out of the way. We should save. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dude! How's it going, dude? How are you today? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Me, I'm just playing some Quest for Glory 4. Just relaxing, chillaxing, all cool. I might be shooting some people outside of the school. there was a couple of guys. They were up to no good. They started making trouble in my neighborhood, but I got in one little fight. My mom, she got scared. She said I'm moving with my auntie and my uncle in Bel Air. I'm stressed. Not stressed, but stress itself. Xanadude has embodied all that is stress. You have become that immaterial, wandering the ether, pervading into the pores of one's being. It was a court day. I am sorry to hear, dude. I need to gather some muck. Think I can gather some muck here?
Nothing.
No.
It's pretty slippery up there.
Oh, I can't climb up there yet. We're gonna do some climbing practice. We're gonna explore the countryside now. Gonna find ourselves some trouble today. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Hopefully you're doing okay. I mean, overall, I'm sorry that I had to go through that stuff. We have to do another pre-trial conference scheduled. Okay, well, good luck, man. Fingers crossed. I'm rooting for you. Eagle.
The hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game not already claimed by the forest
That's the
monster.
upside. Dude, I'm so sorry.
It doesn't budge. You grab a handful of rocks.
Okay. This way leads to the garden, I think. No. I'm so lost already. This way leads to the garden. Even honey barbecue chicken has not made you feel much better. Oh no, it must be really bad.
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery.
The cemetery. Snap.
This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains."
Dude, it is one of those nights. I may be...
Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
maybe the pinnacle of enthusiasm, but in reality, it has been a day.
The inscription on this headstone reads, "Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace."
Maybe
This headstone reads,
how crazy would that be?
"On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night.
Every night.
A fresh grave has recently been opened here.
Interesting.
Arkin Tenor walked at night. Arkin saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see?" Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation.
Ooh, recreation, oh my.
The legend on this crypt reads, "Tomb of Ligeia."
Ooh.
Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew.
Oh, she ate Barney.
2 spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business.
All right. We're not spending much time in here yet. It's sneaking. I'm sneaking. Sneaking right now. Sneaking. hear a giggle from behind the bush. Then a squeaky voice asks, 1 and 1 and 1 make 3. Tell me what you make of me. Reading, writing, riddling, game. Can you tell me what's my name? Rumpelstiltskin. It's not Rumpelstiltskin. It's not Bushman. It's not Rozalka. Not making a wild guess. It's a Leshy.
Tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Lishi.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name.
Hi, Lishi.
Lishi, look and see. In a bush or up a tree.
Lishi, riddle, rhyme.
Can you solve them every time?
Okay, Lishi. Okay, Lishi. Lishi. Hold on. So, I'm not dealing with you right now, Lishi. Now's not the time, buddy. He's not in my book of fairies and elves. So that tells me that the garden... He must have been really bored. This is the garden. Yes!
You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area.
That rock guitar.
As you approach the tree, the fruit vanishes. Must be that low-calorie kind.
Oh my.
You take a drink of the cool water. It tastes like wild strawberries.
Oh my.
You have come to... Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree.
We're just exploring right now. Taking the time to see the sights, the sounds, the smells of the wonderful rural Mordavia. I'm probably going to head back to the town for a bit for some training, some grinding of training. Oh, that scared me.
These bushes look as though someone planted them here deliberately. The bush doesn't seem to have much to say to you. Perhaps that's because you haven't been properly introduced.
The grow and prosper. Wait, what? The bush thinks it's growing just fine already, thank you. Besides that, live long.
You provide the area foliage with a long-winded introduction and description of your past exploits. You'd almost swear you heard the trees yawn, but it must just be the wind in the bushes.
Talking to bush. Asking if its carpets match the drapes. Combat. Are you ready for combat? It's crazy. I think I made it to auto, right? Yeah, auto. It's auto. I ain't messing with the combat. Combat gets wacky.
You straighten out. You straight.
No. Don't straighten out my jacket and boots. Search the bunny.
You grab it.
Not the rocks, the bunny.
There is absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack. Well, maybe a pocket watch, but you don't need one of those.
Don't need a pocket watch. Armpit farts when he's waiting for the bunny to approach. I totally slayed that bunny. It's a Vorpal bunny. The rabbit has a fanny pack. Marvelous. It's got a pocket watch in it, right? Now, how else is it going to be able to keep track of time? So this is going to lead to a camp. I think. Let's see if it does or not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oops. Wow, what are you doing? What are you doing, mouse? I'm so lost right now. I totally forgot where I am. There's the camp.
Colorful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Moldavian gypsy camp. You've heard that gypsies like to keep to themselves, but surely they won't mind just one visitor.
Romani, please.
Go away! We allow no strangers in our camp. Leave immediately!
It's the voice of Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. That's the voice, the guy who did the voice for Leonardo in the old Ninja Turtles cartoon from childhood. Alright, so we need to go down, down, left, up, right? No, one more down.
You are in the...
Oh, snap. So now you can set like aggressiveness and stuff like that. Oh man, it was a miraculous butt chin. Good combat. Cam Clark, yes. Fighting Vorpal bunnies by day. Dude, Lishi, I'm not doing it. Tetsuo! Tetsuo! Karina! Snake! Snake? Snake! There, we were back to town. Yeah, we're gonna do some grinding, and do some stuff at night. We need to get our stats buffed up. I think, right? How are we doing on stats? Yeah, we gotta practice our climbing skill. So we're gonna spend some time doing some climbing. Because we can't climb this thing that we need to climb eventually. And right now, not much is actually happening. We can probably move through this actually fairly quickly, which I'll probably do. Yeah, still I remain, dude, I know. Things are gonna start moving along pretty quickly once events actually do start happening, but right now things are actually kind of quiet. Do you have new stuff from you?
Guild there. Burgomeister got key.
I got the key now, buddy.
Igor very happy. Little
Graveyard humor there.
Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not know Olga's husband run off years back. Nobody tell rumors to Igor.
Ah, Igor, you got all the rumors, my friend.
Cemetery east of town. Major tourist attraction. Oh, bad place. No go near. You be very sorry you go near.
Don't go near. We're doing some climbing, which means speed up. Boink. Here for this. Climb rope.
Well, that...
Oh, did you say that's it? It can't do much. I can't wait. Let's see.
Well, that was fun. Now you feel like...
Mount Eterna. Is that increasing my climbing skill though? Please tell me it is. Try one more time and see if it increases it more. If not, then we'll just do some weight training.
Fun.
Yeah, it's still up in it. We'll go to like 250. Sounds like a good idea. So how's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having a good night. What y'all been playing? Has anybody been playing any good games? Ren, I know you on Friday are doing Genesis stuff.
Well, that was fun.
What's in your Genesis docket? I need to know.
The walls are cracked enough.
Waiting for the day. Waiting for the day when you do Landstalker, my friend.
No.
I'm so stoked for that day. Landstalker. Oh. What is Destiny? So I saw the tweets.
Well, that was fun. Now you
Oh, doing
feel like
Wipeout.
something even...
Xanadude, what is Destiny of an Emperor? He was doing some Landstalker. That was a couple months back. I watched him and was talking about it. It is legit great.
Well, that was fun. Now you feel like climbing something even higher, like Mount Tana.
Your Sega Master System controller may arrive on Friday, so I'm gonna give... Oh, Kensaiden. Oh, yeah, that's the ninja one, or the samurai one, right? That you were doing? That looked like a lot of fun.
Well, that was fun.
I don't do a lot of Master System stuff at all, in all honesty. I think the only one I ever played was Shinobi. Shinobi? Yeah, Shinobi on there. So, okay, so Destiny of an Emperor is an NES RPG made by Capcom based on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms story. Was it localized here, or was it Japanese only and somebody did a fan translation? Or is it one that actually got an American release? Okay, we've reached the amount we need, then we're gonna sleep and do some... After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some...
This is a little too easy.
Admiral
You
weights.
pick up 2 of the metal weights and put one...
So the first game got a... Okay, US release.
Your leg... After
some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. Sun's going down.
After some rest, you... Your legs are too stiff.
Someone requested I play the second game, which I've owned for a long time, but I've not played. Has a translation patch. Well, that's good. How is it going? And also, A-Hole Hamster, I'm going to talk to you about Wipeout.
Any more weight might...
I got to talk to you about Wipeout. But I want to hear from Xanadude here real quick on his stuff while we do some grinding. Can I come out? There we go. Oh, that scared me. Okay, what time is it? The night's still young.
After some...
Oh. Climb over gate.
You deftly...
What does it play like? Is it like a strategy RPG, or is it a straight up traditional style?
The stone carvings on the dark building seem to writhe in the moonlight. You get the feeling that they are hungry and waiting for something or someone.
Interesting. So there's some significant changes to the gameplay. The second game is more of a story-based RPG than the first. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
There's only a certain amount you can...
Okay, I gotta take my rope back though. Box, copy, Wipeout in good condition. Nice.
You hear move after...
Hey guys.
Look, here we are sitting around here minding our own business, Cochise, and here you waltz up and interrupt us.
Yeah, here's $10. Get a real haircut, okay? You don't seem to realize we're very important men around here.
Right. Just because no one else seems to think so doesn't invalidate the point.
So A-Hole Hamster, are you playing OG Wipeout? Like PlayStation 1 Saturn Wipeout? I think Saturn had a Wipeout version. I played a Wipeout, the VR on PlayStation 4 was insanely good. PS1 1995, nice, nice. I was surprised that the VR one was as good as it was, and I was very positive that it was going to probably make me sick. Nothing in the slightest, and it was really responsive, and it was remarkable how well it played. It was very smooth. You could look around, and it was a cockpit. You were inside the cockpit, you know? And it handled, I felt, a lot better than it would in the third person, because I played the third person before that, because I had it on PlayStation Plus, and I had a hard time managing the controls, and, like, taking turns and stuff like that. It was really finicky. And then the VR one was just, like, precise. It was really good. Xanadude says, it doesn't continue off after the end of the first. Instead, it starts off a bit further along the story than the beginning of the first. Removed the recruiting feature of the first game so far. but gives different perspectives from the main characters. It also changes the way the characters level and has enhanced tactics, strategies, and animations for combat. So I was just asking, is it a like a Shining Force, like that kind of like a strategy RPG, or is it a typical like Dragon Warrior / Final Fantasy?
You know, our little town's remained unchanged for generations.
Oh yeah, our forefathers have always lived here in peace and quiet.
Except for the time when the cult came here.
Ooh, the cult. Well, they're all a bunch of strangers anyway.
Yeah, very strange. They didn't have much to do with the town, you know?
Yeah, hardly anything. Just building that monastery here and all moving inside, that's all.
That's all?
But the cult did keep mostly to themselves.
It's true.
Yeah, he's right. No one had much to do with them. They were a very peaceful, quiet kind of cult.
Yeah, really great people to be around, except for the strange noises and horrible screams that rose from the monastery at night.
Oh, these guys. That's how I got an A-hole hamster. It did feel more like a hovercraft. Instead of HP of soldiers, your damage is affected by how many soldiers you currently have, stats and weapons. Xanadu, I feel I've played games kind of like that. I think that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. The soldiers are kind of your HP. That is, if you ever play Dragon Force on the Saturn, I know that's more of a real-time kind of strategy, tactical combat thing, but it has the same thing, like, you know, your army numbers are your HP, but you can control them in a more direct sense instead of being like a Dragon Force is great. It's my favorite Saturn game. I may have to play it soon, someday.
That all happened many, many years ago.
Oh yeah, the cult broke up. They've all got kids of their own now.
Yeah, well, what about the Chernovi in the forest, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Come to think of it, no one knows if they're alive or what.
Yeah, for all we know, they might just be wild stories to frighten little children and me.
And what about the Dark Ones?
Put a sock in it, will you? There are some things we must not speak about, Ivan. You know that.
We're talking about the Dark Ones temple.
Excuse me all to pieces.
I love these guys so much.
We don't go for that rumor spreading stuff here, do we, Ivan?
No way, Hans.
Oh, never. Oh, except for that one little cocktail waitress, you know. Well, we don't gossip about our neighbors in Moldavia.
Cocktail waitress.
Do we, Ivan?
Well, no, but you did used to tell everyone about the time Olga caught Boris drinking with us when he was supposed to be minding the store.
Hey, that wasn't gossip, it was just a semi-funny story.
And Franz, what about the story you tell about the time you saw Yuri and Bella in the garden one night?
What was that?
Hey, you're okay, all right?
So you see, we do not spread rumors here.
I love it. I love it. Like, I'm sorry, what? Me and my wife in the garden? You what now? It's like, hey, you're all right. Don't worry about it.
Pardon me while I wax eloquent, but once, many years ago, huge herds of fragrant elephants roamed freely in this particular valley.
Fragrant elephants.
Oh, yeah. In the good old days, peanut farming would have made you a billionaire.
Once, long ago, I had a successful career, and I was also an elephant herder.
You kidding? Everyone used to have a pet elephant.
Oh, yeah. I remember mine. I married her.
Yeah, she was great for vacuuming up peanuts from your rugs.
Not only that, but elephants are very clean and modest as well. They allus went bathing with their trunks, don't you know?
Yeah, nice thing about elephants. Very easy to housebreak, you know? They hardly ever made mistakes. Huh, unless they got excited, okay?
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, elephants get excited easily. A lot of houses got broken that way. This really brings back sad memories. Please, let's talk about something uplifting, like last year's famine.
I love these guys so much. I love them so much. And this look right here. This sums up 2020 right here. Anyone wants to know what 2020 has been, just look at this beautiful mug. That's how we all feel right now. Lip, I know you feel this way. I feel this way too. Right here. Xanadude says, it's interesting though. I expected more of the first game when playing DOE 2. Got a different experience instead. A good one. A different one. Reserving judgment on which one I like more once I finish it. A half-lidded scowl of disappointment and disgust. That is my face. The really, it's kind of like a smug really kind of like mouth curl there. And just look, but I don't have time for this. Hi Chloe. How's it going?
The moon landing didn't happen because if the moon landed on the Earth, I think people would notice.
Thank you. This is your weekly check-in with Chloe. Love you. Yay! I don't know if you guys heard that. She said the moon landing wasn't real because if the moon landed on the Earth, people would have noticed. Let's see. Whoops. Tell me again. My clicker's not working.
This inn used to do a steady business before this swamp prevented traders and tourists from coming. Now we mostly make our money off of food and drink.
Xanadude, would you like a compliment for yourself? Because I will be happy to do so. If you want to give it to someone else, just state as such. But for right now, you're getting one. This might be a freebie. Xanadude. Let me tell you. Xanadude. Your name. Let me just tell you this. It's crazy that when you come in as Xanadude or your alter ego, every single person Evil Hamsters history debunked with the sunglasses on the feet. I like it. Everybody lights up. And it is the fact that you are Xanadude. Dude! It is electrifying. And it's so rare for a handle, an internet handle, to just excite people. Xanadude, you make people excited when you're around. Okay, but I can do this now. Wish Ren a happy birthday. Tell how amazing it is that he is a year older. Ren, happy birthday. I know that Ren, shh, don't say anything, Ren. I don't want to hear you pop up in chat. Don't be popping up in chat. If you pop up in chat, you're going to get timed out. Ren, happy birthday to my dearest internet friend, Ren, the Renaissance, whose wit and whimsy, whose sultry tones, sultry tones soothe us into a nightly slumber. To the Renaissance, who has an endless enthusiasm, love, even in frustration, love for video games. Renaissance's birthday should be recognized as a national holiday, but since it isn't, we recognize it as a Twitch holiday. Little did you know, Ren, I've been setting up this event for you for a long time. Happy birthday, buddy. Life being 1 year older. On Twitch. On the internet. 1 year older. It's like 50 years older in real life. But for you, it's as if you've even aged a day. And I also know it's not your birthday. Why did you lie to Facebook, Ren? That's what I want to know. Why did you lie to Facebook? It's because it was like you need to be 18 or older to have an account, and you're like, I'm 18.
Besides the ones that come in here.
Love you, Ren.
There are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai and that crazy Dr. Cranium. He is a harmless old man.
I'm glad I made your night, Santa, dude. I'm glad I made your night.
For his dead wife. Must be a shame to grow old all alone. Dr. Cranium came to Mordavia several years before the swamp closed off the pass. No one knows much about him, but no one trusts him. It's rumored that he conducts strange experiments.
Here's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
The shopkeeper knows everything that goes on in town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations. The burgomeister keeps to himself and lives in his office. The gravedigger is a strange one.
Why do I have a Mickey Mouse on
he
my
is
desk?
a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves. I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it.
So what's interesting, right, about this one, and how they deal with dialogue in general, is that dialogue is a progressionary thing, and kind of every day, if you talk to them, new things pop up based on events that happen, and it's their answer to how the parser changed from being text-based to being point-and-click. In Quest for Glory 3, essentially, for the most part, you were just hit with a wall of dialogue choices, of questions to ask. Same case for the Quest for Glory 1 remake, and you just pick from that, and that's it. That's where that ends. And here, they left them spread out, and almost like a daily occurrence. If you talk to them about it, then the next day new things will pop up and stuff like this. It says you have kids. That's why. It's also why your PlayStation Move controllers disappeared. They came back. Did I not show you? 1 second. Pull my pants up. You see my underwear. Don't wear them around my waist like an old man. My 2 balls. This is for you. Sensual, I know. Sensual. Music and new VR streams. What's gonna happen sometime soon? We gotta talk. Where are those earrings? Hey! Hey now. You know the score. You know what's up. You know what you need to do. You need to know what you need to do. That's why I have 2 sets of Move controllers. Nice. I found the missing one in a lunchbox.
I am well, as always.
You sure about that?
I do not gossip.
Yeah. So I keep my my stuff now on hooks, on like command hooks, up there on the wall. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Get a fine meal of roast duckling a la garlic.
Ooh, roast duckling a la garlic. It's actually just a garlic duck. A bunch of garlic in the shape of a duck. Okay. We are going to go. Woo!
You unlock the door.
Get some sleep. So yeah, no, we're gonna be doing I'm hoping to. We're in talks. Save early, save often. Yes. Day 3. We're working on getting
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning. Especially when everything's laced with garlic.
Hey man, somebody laced the punch with garlic. Oh man. I'm tripping bulbs here. Okay. My birthday's coming up in less than 2 weeks.
Still you remain.
Yes, I still remain Burgermeister. My birthday's coming up in less than 2 weeks. So I wanted to do a big birthday stream. But it's not going to be on my birthday because my wife works and can't really do anything then. But I wanted to do like a big, longer, or throughout the day, multiple streams of games and stuff like this. Because, like, dude, I don't want to get into all the stuff, but, yeah, it's coming up soon.
Dimitri Bitterman. Dimitri's father Bitterman too. Grandfather not Bitterman. Grandfather not married grandmother. Nikolai walks around looking for Anna all the time. Anna missing many years now.
Many years now.
Yuri innkeeper. Bella keep in. Little town humor there.
Little town humor there.
Olga into healthy food. Olga eat plenty fruit and berries. Olga nuts. You are what you eat. Business is dead. Little graveyard humor there.
But yeah, no, my birthday's coming up in less than 2 weeks, and I wanted to do a bunch of stuff. Do some more We Fit You, like a morning stream, and do a We Fit You, like wake up day, and play some Sea of Thieves, play some co-op stuff here with like maybe Chloe, and maybe even incorporate the kids in some of the stuff. They're still a little young, but they might do some We Fit You with me. They would definitely do some We Fit You with me. Sorry, I stand corrected. They would definitely do some We Fit You with me. They're doing yoga right now. They'd be crazy.
Igor not hear rumors. Igor not know mad monks start monastery. Igor not know bad things get people who try monastery door. Igor wonder if you will verify this rumor.
VR fitness would be tough, Xana, dude. I couldn't do it because I just get so sweaty. I would just fog up that mask. Oof, that'd be much. Although I do want to get that Rocky the Creed VR game because I watched the dude just pound on like a punching bag, like a whatever that thing is, a medicine ball of on Rocky's nuts. It's very entertaining. All right, we're gonna do our training.
You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put...
We gotta get our train on.
Your leg... After...
Nothing much is happening in the world right now. It's really kind of giving you the first few days to just explore the world, but also to, just, see what's going on. And there's a point when we reach our max here.
After... There's only a certain amount of...
Okay, so we're good there.
This is...
Boink. Boink.
Still you.
Yeah, still I remain. I know, dude. Still I remain. We're gonna do some exploring. Whoop. Hello.
A heavy gate blocks the way to the winding road. Far in the distance, you can see a majestic castle.
I put the speed all the way up.
Welcome to Mordavia. It's nice to have some fresh blood around here. We so seldom see strangers.
It happens, Lip. It happens.
It is so difficult to get past the swamp which blocks the pass to and from the valley. We haven't had a stranger here since the rains created the swamp several years ago.
Oh my.
You've obviously done quite a lot for one person. It will be interesting to see what you do around here.
Interesting. J-Rod. No problem, dude. Enjoy the story time. You gotta come back and tell me what stories you read, though. I gotta know.
I am Boris Stovich.
Boris Stovich.
I am the gatekeeper of Borgov Castle. Is it not true that he who guards the gates is the keystone speaker? This is the castle of the Boyars, the title of the rulers of Moldavia. It once belonged to the Borgov family for generations, but the last Borgov has been dead for many, many years. Moldavia is the name of this valley and of the town. Even the inn is called the Hotel Moldavia. The name means Dark Valley. The heads of the Borgov family were the Boyars of Moldavia for ages. The last Borgov disappeared at
Boyars.
the time of darkness.
Boyars.
No one knows what became of him. It is bad luck to even speak of the time of darkness. Moldavia was a safe and lovely land before that time. Much has changed since then, and for the worse.
Oh no.
Boyars are rather like barons of other lands. They own the castle and protect everyone within their domain.
Chef Boyardee.
I'm not certain who all lives in the castle. I so seldom see anyone from there. There's the master, of course. Then there's the strange foreigner. There's also the master's daughter, I believe. And some rather strange guards. Beyond that,
Interesting.
I really can't say. I have only caught glimpses of them occasionally, but I don't think they are quite human. No matter. If a man does a good job, then whether he is a man does not matter.
It's true.
He is an unpleasant sort, with a short beard and moustache, and a funny hat. He is rude when giving orders, and he has the habit of staring at a person and licking his lips.
Uh-oh.
Most unsavory. The master
All the voice
desires
acting, Jared, is
privacy,
great.
and I respect that wish. As I always say, the will of the master is the shall of the servant. I wrote that.
Good job.
I haven't actually seen the daughter, but I know the master is quite proud of her.
Ooh. There's some taco in there.
The heads of the Borg.
Okay, we did that already. Gate.
This is the gate to Borgov Castle. You can see it in the distance behind here. I am here to make certain that only welcome guests may enter through here in the daytime. At night, this gate is guarded by huge necrotars, who make certain no one tries to enter without permission.
Necrotars.
The town of Moldavia is to the east of here. Turn to the east as you leave and continue until you're...
Yep, I gotcha.
Farewell, and may you find whatever you seek.
Interesting.
Goodbye, young man. May the fireplace be warm and the drink cold at your journey's end.
Why, thank you, but, Put your kids to bed.
Hello there. Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me.
Clayman says hello. Lip. Put your kids to bed. Are they awake still? Sorry. I'll walk this way. This is a relatively safe option. Totally forgot. Are your kids to bed, Lip? Okay, good. We'll talk then. That's why he's walking like this. He's trying to hide something.
Could you help me? This water is so cold and I need someone to help warm me.
That is a naked lady. Greet the lake woman.
Why don't you come to my arms so that I can give you a real greeting?
Oh, it's inappropriate. Make the face
Gazing
sign.
intently at the lake woman, you sensuously waggle the fingers of your right hand beside your nose. Then you delicately and suggestively rub your belly with your left hand.
We gotta get the full effect.
The Rusalka says, "Oh yes, that's what I want too. Come to me and we'll rub noses and bellies together forever."
You ready? Hmm? My pants, I look like an old man. That's how you used to do some result, right? You know how you do it? Well, hello.
Surely a hero like you will help someone like me. Please, take
Too
my
salacious.
I am the Rusalka. Please, take my hand and help me. If you take my hand, I'll be happy to show you what the lake is like. If you take my arms, I'll be happy to talk to you about anything you'd like.
You ask, what a nice
We're gonna get
girl
banned on
like
Twitch.
this
Jeff Bezos is gonna be knocking on my door.
It's so nice here in the water. Why don't you join me?
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I mean, I know she's gonna kill you.
So nice
Just let it
here in the
happen. You'll
water.
die with a smile.
Why don't you join?
Hold on, we'll slow the speed down so we can enjoy this a little bit.
It is so cold here in the lake. Please, come and hold me and help me to be warm again.
Ready? Aww. We're
Wade
kissing.
out to the lake woman and take her in your arms. Her skin is soft but very cold. The lake spirit moans softly as she holds you closer and closer and tighter, then pulls you down into the lake.
Quickly discovered that you really don't know how to breathe water. Going drown? There you go. But we're not done yet.
Hello there.
I'm
Could you
thirsty,
help me?
but I
Just
ain't
one-
that thirsty. What you gotta do though, you gotta be nice. You gotta give flowers first.
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember.
I guess I shouldn't drown you now since you're so kind.
You tell the Rusalka about some of your previous adventures.
Gee, you've done a lot to get rid of monsters and things. You don't think I'm some kind of monster, do you? I mean, just because I'm undead and drown people, you don't think I'm
What,
bad?
Ren? What? What? What's wrong with her? She's just a normal naked woman in the lake trying to drown people as an undead spirit, okay?
Gazing into the Rusalka.
It is lonely being a Rusalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him.
Are you
Once he's
sure,
drowned,
Ren?
He's not much company, I'm afraid.
I don't think there's any plastic surgeons in Mordavia. Maybe Dr. Cranium? Maybe? I mean, he is a doctor after all.
I've been a Rusalka for so long, I've forgotten.
I know what your name is. But I can't tell you I'm not a paladin. Click. Click, damn you.
This lake is surrounded on three sides by steep mountains. To the southwest, it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water.
What? What is that? I think my cursor was possessed. And super macho disguise.
The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath. Kinda sounds like my job description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am, so be careful out there.
Thank you for that.
I stay far away from them. They crawled into the lake from the swamp one day. Ugh, they remind me of worms and give me the creeps.
I find it funny that none of you noticed that the cursor was mysteriously swirling.
I don't know much about the forest. I
was
can't
not
leave
possessed
my
by me
lake,
in the
so
slightest.
I don't get around there much.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I don't really know. I've been here for such a long time now. I mean, it's not like I can go anywhere. I can't leave the lake. It's my job to drown anyone who comes to the lake. That's what being a result.
It's her job. She's just doing her job. She's a working woman trying to make ends meet.
I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than the fact it's somewhere to the northeast, I guess I can't tell you much about it. Please, come visit me again sometime. It's nice to have a friend.
Says J-Rod. Bye. Hi. It's okay, J-Rod. It's okay. The delay is the delay. Okay. And we made it.
That wouldn't work very well. With the rock pile covering the roots of the bonsai, that wouldn't work. That...
Gotta jump. Jump.
That's too far. That's... What for?
Whee.
Why?
Whee.
That's too... You can't reach the bonsai from here, and the ledge is too... You can't get a good throwing angle from here. If you're trying to dislodge the...
Okay, so what we gotta do is jump down. I'm gonna jump across though. This is our acrobatics.
That's too far to... That's too...
That's what I said, Liv.
That's...
It's not too far to jump. You can jump.
Nothing. You managed to fill your flask with some of the greasy,
Grimy goo.
The path is
dripping with slimy goo. Whee! Okay, so what I need to do is throw the grappling hook at the rocks and pull.
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks... You feel a tug on the line. Yes!
There we go.
You've hooked a big one! You carefully haul in the bonsai bush. Wipe some of the grimy goo off its roots and tie it to your backpack.
I'm pulling a Karate Kid 3 here right now. We gotta save the bonsai from the new Cobra Kai group of people who are trying to stop me and Mr. Miyagi's wonderful bonsai business. Not happening, not today, kiddos.
You do not...
Oh.
You plant the bonsai in the hole.
We're gonna have to do that again in a minute.
Soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes.
Yay! Whee! Oh, wait. Leashy. Hi, Leashy.
It doesn't.
The obelisk was ribbed for her pleasure. Or his.
The bush. Straight.
Come on, Leashy, dude.
Oops! Hi there!
Hi, Leashy. Look at him all stretched out like that.
3 and 3 make 9. Who lives among the watery brine?
Who lives among the watery brine?
Squishy, squishy riddles we make. Tell me now, who's in the
Bazooka!
1 and 2 and 3 make 6.
Who hides her hut behind trick sticks?
Magic message. Bushes here. In the rhyme with disappear.
No one's... No...
Yep. Oh my. Bunnies! Fight that bunny. We're in auto fight mode. I'm not doing it. Hands off. I'm not getting involved. This is more than enough to actually handle the combat. Like, I never had a problem ever fighting stuff. It is Lip. It is a Vorpal bunny. That's the newbie enemy. That's the one you fight in the very beginning. Alright, so what time is it? It's getting to be night. Okay. We have to wait until night falls before we approach the town. We get fighting bunnies, fighting bunnies, fighting bunnies, fighting bunnies. Gonna fight the bunnies. Needs a holy hand grenade. No, I just need to make some carpet bombs. Taking down bunnies. What are you gonna do? I don't think you do anything. I don't think you got nothing. So we're just waiting. Oh snap! Throwing daggers. Look at this. Look at this. What a beefcake. This is a fight right here. Damn! That was nothing.
Searching for... You don't find...
What is this thing?
The nasty Necrotor has fallen to your onslaught. Unfortunately, this is a far from endangered species.
Okay. Is it nighttime yet? Not nighttime yet. Hi, Leashy.
Gotcha. 1 and 2 and magic.
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know who that is. I know who it is. But I can't tell him yet because I don't know what it is.
Leashy, 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 riddle rap.
Okay, yes.
No one...
Yes, Leashy. I gotcha, buddy. Where's... There we go. No, we're fighting the neck. What did I just do? What was that crazy super move? Was that a Kamehameha wave? Was that a... What is that called? A spin dash. What is it? What's the, not spin dash. Well, it was a spin dash, but also...
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value. Unless you were planning to start a flea circus.
What is it?
Hello.
What? I'm not talking to you, Leashy. What is it that Samus does? With the lightning bolt ball? It is called a thing. What did my guy do? He just went nuts. Oh boy. Oh, I'm poisoned now. I might not live through this. Come on, dude, you can live. That was so close. That was so close.
The wyvern has no place to carry treasure. This is one reason why dragon hunting is far more popular.
I guess so. I am poisoned. Healing potion? Poison cure pills. Boink.
The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you should now be safe from poison. For a while.
And I got an empty flask. It's still let's go here and just sleep for a second.
After some after
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia.
Hey babe, what's up?
You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night.
It's cool.
Why, you've been injured. Here, take this and drink it. It should help. I would be most...
Hurricane Katrina!
I mean, sorry if something were to happen to you.
I'd be most displeased. I mean, sorry.
no one sees.
Reader.
I bid you welcome to Mordavia. I hope you are enjoying your stay here. There. Now you have had an official welcome from your own official welcome woman.
Welcome woman.
You adopt the traditional thief sign position, wiggling the fingers of your right hand and rubbing your belly with your left hand. No one sees. You tell her your name and a little about your adventures.
How fascinating. I have never met a true hero before. You must tell me more sometime.
Okay. The audio in that is tough. Because it's so compressed.
You try out a few of your best lines on her.
You flatter me. It is nice to have someone as handsome and attractive as you say such things to me.
Aww.
You may call me Katrina. And what shall I call you?
Bob.
The forest is a very dangerous place. Many monsters walk here, especially at night. Please, please be careful. I live in the castle north of town. It is a cold, dreary place, I'm afraid.
Oh no, the castle.
I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
But wait. No!
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest.
Clearly she was a peasant girl, the way she dressed, living in a castle.
You deftly slip over the gate and into town.
I love how the jack-o'-lanterns now appear instead of being just pumpkins. At night they turn into jack-o'-lanterns. Get some flowers just in case.
Pick some flowers. You hear movement on the other side of the door.
Why isn't it pronounced peace ant?
After a few minutes,
You peace
hear
ant.
someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolt.
Have a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. Well, why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit.
What is her name? Hold on. Michelle Wolf.
Thank you, thank you. I
That
always
looks
like to be
very much like Michelle Wolf.
It's always good to see
It's not a bad thing.
Means you're
I think
not
she's
behind my
hilarious.
back. Pleased to meet you. I could tell by your outfit that you were no ordinary rube. Punny Bones, the name. Joke's a fair game. I'm a pro punster.
Whip. This guy's for you.
You adopt the traditional thief sign. And no one...
Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "You know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." May as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course. That's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew. The gnome has stopped
Oof,
speaking.
that was good.
Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an end of a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you with. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business? Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business.
No business like show business.
Must go on and on and
on and on.
I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
Okay.
He too is a stranger to Mordavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
I try to keep people entertained here.
So how come you weren't up on the stage instead of me?
I have not listened to such nonsense in all my life.
You call this a life?
Alright, let's talk to these guys.
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there
those
are
dudes.
no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
No wonder.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
You guys are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes.
Ooh.
What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was going to invite you to my party. There's always room for one bore.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Shaky Green when you need him?
Look, I'd argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
The guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
Hey, how could you? If ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
Oh.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
Poor Punny Bones. He comes on screen. I lose half my viewers. This is how it goes.
Never seen so...
It is very dangerous in Mordavia at night. We always keep things locked up when it gets dark. I will let you out for now.
Alright.
If you wish to return later this evening, just knock on the door. If you do not make it back by the closing of the inn, may you rest in peace.
Ooh, that's grim. Okay. We are going to be sneaky. We're going to steal some things, and then we're going to call it a night. A night in Mordavia.
You carefully open the window and enter the darkened upstairs bedroom.
Oil the hinges.
You carefully oil the hinges on the wardrobe doors to prevent telltale squeaks. In the pocket of one of the pairs of pants in here, you'll find some money.
Yeah.
20 kopecks and 1 crown.
That's what I'm talking about.
in your purse. Looking inside.
Okay.
That didn't do anything. That did. The chest is locked. You slick down your hair with the. That didn't. You slick.
Oh. Okay.
It wasn't really designed for this, but you find you can do a fine job of repairing your armor and equipment with the thieves. Such a terrible lack of trust around here. The old man is not.
Oh no!
You are suing.
Oh no. We're not ready for this, guys. Hold on. We need to practice our lockpicking skills. Clearly.
You attempt to pick. You'll need some.
Ready for the grind?
You'll need.
Sleep.
After.
Sleep.
After. You attempt to pick the. You'll need.
Practice time. Massive mashing.
You'll need some.
Do what after 12 your time? Oh!
After.
Absolutely. Absolutely I will.
After you're getting. You'll need.
Time to climb. Watch this.
You have the feeling you are being watched.
Watch this.
Not many big people see Domovoy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so?
Maybe so.
You hero? Moldavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much. Practice much. Soon plenty big hero. In where I am living. In Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad.
Oh.
Things at inn not good.
No.
No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy.
It's true.
Moldavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic.
Dark magic.
Too much we speak. Too much I talk. Sometime else we speak. Sometime else I talk.
Goodbye, Domovoy. Oh, that's like what it is.
Domovoy am I. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, do I. By big people Domovoy not seen.
Interesting.
You stranger are. Maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do. Speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help. Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out. Maybe talk again.
You come down other night. Maybe you have much to say.
Interesting. Okay, let's get to bed.
You
It's
unlock
late.
the door.
It's late. We did some practicing of our lockpicking.
In your sleep, you seem to hear voices.
Listen.
Do you see him?
Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn, although it is hard to focus the vision enough to tell.
I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. The charades you play are foolish.
Silence! To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Oh, but I forget. He is already your enemy.
This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what is going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Mordavia is a very
Can you guess who this is? Anyone?
I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides, I have ways of making him cooperate. As you well know, I will use them only if I must.
The voices fade off into oblivion.
Interesting.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
The plot thickens.
It's a typical country breakfast.
Country breakfast. Okay. Goodbye.
Still you remain.
Still I remain, my friend. What you gonna do about it? Stairmaster time. Stairmaster time. Stairmaster time, baby. Stairmaster time, baby.
There's only a certain amount of punishment your body.
Damn. Alright. Let's see.
He looks at you.
Still you.
Still I remain, my friend. What are you gonna do about it?
After some...
Alright. Go back to see what's his name?
Ah, you are just in time to witness a magnificent scientific experiment. I have managed to harness the very primal force of lightning at my beck and call. Now I shall use it to create life itself. Watch this.
Snap!
That was not quite the experimental result I expected. But never mind that. It is merely a momentary setback in the annals of science. I shall readjust the magnetic electrical stimulation system and try again another day.
You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the
Antwerp.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
Yes!
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic.
Baba Yaga. Nip.
Oh, that is wonderful. I can always use goo in my experiments. Thank you.
That's not what he wanted. Dang it. He wanted water from the one place.
My neighbor Nikolai is not actually as old as he now appears. He has been.
Do you remember
very unhappy
Baba
since
Yaga
his
Lip?
wife's disappearance some 15 years ago. I can understand his disappointment. She never brought me back the berries I needed for an experiment.
Oh my.
I am convinced that the primal force of life is electrical in nature. Of course, it must also involve water for life, and pizza, without which life would be boring.
Exactly.
I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use. Antwerps are a truly fascinating species. They reproduce by splitting into a number of tiny Antwerps, each with their own genetic code. They cannot split
J-Rod,
voluntarily.
what are you doing giving me bits on
They
your
only
birthday?
reproduce when
Hold
cut
on.
or stabbed.
Hold on.
My test Antwerps came from Spielberg Valley, where there was an Antwerp population explosion last spring.
Happy birthday. September! It's a good month. It's my birthday month. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see, 1 second. You get a nice picture of my cross right now for your birthday. Happy birthday. Are you ready? Shout over the mountaintops. Happy J-Rod Day! Ladies and gentlemen, happy J-Rod Day. Howdy there, partner J-Rod. I heard it's your birthday. Have a happy cowboy birthday, J-Rod. I'm a cowboy. Happy birthday. Yar, I be some sort of sea squid. Happy birthday on your birthday, J-Rod. Happy birthday. Yar! By Odin's sword and by my beard I be Thor. Happy birthday, J-Rod. Mjolnir! Rah! Happy birthday, dude. J-Rod, happy birthday. Look, everyone thought it was Ren's birthday yesterday. But no, it is your birthday, and it's legitimately your birthday. Let me tell you something, J-Rod. You may be 1 year older. In reality, you are 1 day older from yesterday. Arbitrary numbers aside, your mind, your wits, your compassion, your hilarity knows no bounds. It's crazy to think that not even a year has passed since I've met you, and that we became fast friends. And I want you to know that I care. And it's so good to have someone to talk to listen to, and to just have be a part of your life. It's really good to have you around. You're a good crewmate in Sea of Thieves, and I give a hoot. I don't think of it as J-Rod being a year older. I think of it as the world being another year J-Rodder. But for real, like, I think birthdays should be celebrated still for older people. I hate it when people say, like, nah, I grew out of that kid stuff. You know, that's for kids to make them feel special. I think that adults should feel special too, and that they deserve to be celebrated because they do bring something into other people's lives. It shouldn't be that person celebrating their birthday, right? It should be other people celebrating the birthday of that person. It should be celebrating them and wanting to do so because they brought something special to their life. They brought something interesting and different. And so I hope that that you get something that you love from the people that you love and care about. And I hope that, you know, if you are one of those people that's like, I don't like celebrating my birthday, that maybe that changes. Because you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be celebrated, because you're an awesome person. And you care about people a lot. More than the average person, I would say. And that's a big deal. So, happy birthday. We're gonna send, though, the happy birthday vibes to some folks, because I do have to get to bed. I did want to say happy birthday to you, J-Rod, and I got your message, don't you worry. So we're going to save our game real quick. Save. Happy birthday, J-Rod. Exclamation points. I understand. I'm done for the night. We're gonna go say hi to some folks. Is Redux still playing? What's she's doing? Oh man, there's lots of people. Let's go say hi to Redux. We'll go raid Redux. Boink. Dude, Jared, it's a pleasure. I'll be back again Wednesday night. Same time, 9 p.m.-ish. And we'll do some more of this. We should be close to beating it. We probably won't beat it by that night. You're welcome, Ren. It is J-Rod's birthday for real, though. Raid Redux PDX, because she is doing some awesome Punch-Out. It's not really his birthday, J-Rod, don't this. All of you wonderful people, you guys are the best. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back again Wednesday night. Let's go say hi to Redux. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Bye, Nudes. Bye, Ren. Bye, Lip. Bye, J-Rod.